so it begins.
We're at the Mid-Hudson Bridge, also known as the Franklin Delano Roosevelt Mid-Hudson Bridge, which was built in 1925 and opened in 1930. FDR and his wife were both in attendance for the opening ceremony in 1930. FDR was born in a town called Hyde Park, which is just north of Poughkeepsie. The Mid-Hudson Bridge was the first highway bridge to go across the Hudson River, south of Albany and north of New York City.
What's up, YouTube? I am BT, or Buck. My channel is For Whom the Bear Tolls. Right now I'm standing on the Mid-Hudson Bridge on the Ulster side. In the back, you see the walkway over the Hudson, which is a very famous bridge for pedestrians and cyclists. Today's ride, or this weekend's ride, we are going to Today's going to be a very hot day. It's going to be in the low 90s. You can see no cloud coverage. Probably going to be hotter. Is this closed off? Alright, thanks. So we are getting to the Highland Station. Here is a caboose, a 1926 N5 caboose, donated to the Hudson Valley Rail Trail. Above us is Route 9W. Ahead of us is the historic Highland Business District. So I would like to take this time to do a big shout out to Chris D for all the inspiration, motivation. This trip is partly dedicated to him. And hopefully we'll get out together on a bike touring trip someday. This was the New York City Adventure group. Been meaning to get out with those guys. So we're coming up to the Highland Rotary concession stand, maybe not pavilion, that's it. They have their own little caboose. So on a hot day, you have to stay hydrated. My good friend who I mentioned earlier, Chris, sent me a text message saying, remember to keep hydrated. So, big shout out to Chris again. This is what I refer to as the Alley of Goose Poop. As you might be able to see the black dots, white dots on the tarmac here. Up ahead is Michael, and then in front of him is Chris. I'm loving the pizza slice. The first comment I ever gotten on it. I was thinking it'd be nice to have one, but then I was looking at it, I was like, oh, pepperoni, mushrooms, nice. All right, take care. Maybe next time I'll see you guys on a ride.
We are at the historic Huguenot section in New Paltz, New York, which is about 90 miles north of New York City. The Huguenots were French Protestants or Calvinists that were fleeing the religious persecution that was going on in France. The houses were built in the early 1700s.
This is the Jean Hasbrook house, built in 1712. $1799 house built by Ezekiel Elting as a home and store. Originally Cambrel roof destroyed in an 1888 blizzard. 1968 purchased by the Lee Favre Family Association, maintained by HHS and the Lee Havre family. The Bevier house, built by Louis Bevier the Patenti in 1698. Elting homestead from 1740. This house has an interesting subcellar. This is the Abraham Hasbrook house, built in 1712 by Abraham the Panatine, one soldier in the English army, friend of Governor Andros. The Freer house, built in 1720 by Hugo Freer, one of 12 original Panatines of New Paltz. The low house after 1730. The Elting Cemetery. Jacob Elting's descendants donated this meadow and family cemetery. All right, so I should give you an update. I am now about 12 miles into the trip. I've got about 45 miles ago. I've met the New York City Adventure Cycling Group. We're up from Poughkeepsie going, they're from New York. They started in Poughkeepsie and they're going to Vinoy Falls. Sounds like a great ride. I wish those guys luck. And so I'm about to get onto the Wallkill Valley Rail Trail so we can stay away from the cars. Let's go. So we will be taking this trail to past the Rosendale Trestle, and then we'll be heading out toward Ashokan. Continuing on the Wallkill Valley Rail Trail. Getting lots of questions about. Here's Copper Sea Whiskey Distillery. Any of you whiskey lovers? Nice little pit stop. That is the Shoutout Ridge. So the Wallkill Valley Rail Trail is a cyclist, pedestrian, runner, jogger, walker, as well as equestrian. So horses are allowed to use this trail. If you are on a bike, you should pull over if a horse is passing you or going near you. All right, checking in. 17 miles into the trip, so didn't go too far since the last update. Update. So we're still on the Wallkill Rail Trail. It is a very beautiful trail, hard packed surface with loose gravel on top. Nice riding.
The Rosendale Trestle is a 940-foot truss bridge. Construction on the bridge started in 1870 and finished in 1872. The bridge is made of steel. The bridge is 150 feet above the Rondout Creek.
Ooh. You can really feel the cold coming off there, out of the mine.
Are you sunglasses, guys? Is that who you are?
Ride for mental health. What bike race is this?
Mini.
Mini? Alright, thanks. This is where it's going to start getting tough. I got off the trails. It's basically up into the mountains. And so at this point we've gone 20 miles of the 57-ish miles. So about 2/3, just over 2/3 of the trip is 12:42. The ride has taken 1 hour and 45 minutes. And we've gone up 529 feet and 2,600 to go. And 37 miles. Looks like we've come into a downhill to go to an uphill. Let's get that speed going. So back there I saw a cyclist who looked like he was hitting a wall walking up the hill. He seems like he hit the wall. I wish you luck, my friend. I know the feeling. So it's probably heard from a bunch of people that other YouTubers that you watch. But the majority of the people in this world are great. Nice people, friendly. So the best thing I can always suggest is just get out there. And if you encounter someone who's not nice, just keep going. No need to stick around. You're never gonna see him again, chances are. I almost flew right past the turn. Certainly amazing. I have just passed SUNY Ulster County Community College on my way up to the Ashokan. There seems to be a triathlon going on, as well as another race. A lot of bike packers, bike tours out today. As you can see, the Catskill Mountains. One of them at passing Marbletown Town Park. but we are going this way, so let's get going. Indian shooting at him. Howdy. So here's the bike I've been pushing. It's a Marin Headlands 1 2021. So, I'm trying to create content around the Hudson Valley for people in the city and from people in the Hudson Valley or all over the world to see, so that they may want to do trips like this as well. Entering Ashokan Reservoir area. This is the Ashokan Reservoir. I believe in 1908, but I'll correct it later.
New York City was expanding in the early 20th century, and that means they needed water. Water speculators already had the best spots in Rockland, Orange, and Ulster County. So the engineers decided to look at the Ashokan Valley. The Ashokan Reservoir was constructed between 1907 and 1915 by the New York City Board of Water Supply. The dam, which sits on the eastern end of the Ashokan Reservoir, was built by a diverse group of laborers. These labor groups often had disagreements and fights. A police force was created to keep the peace between the different groups. They would later become known as the New York City Department of Environmental Protection, or the DEP for short. The Ashokan Reservoir is about 12 miles long and 1 mile wide. It also contains about 123 billion gallons of water. 11 hamlets were flooded or relocated due to the construction of the reservoir. These hamlets include Ashton, Boisseville, Broadheads Bridge, Brown Station, Glenford, Olive, Olive Bridge, Olive City, Shoken, West Hurley, and West Shoken. The residents of these areas put up a fight to protect their homes, but ultimately they lost their farms, their businesses, churches, and many other things. The Arm of the Sea Production Theater puts on a great show on the creation of the Ashokan Reservoir using props, art, and puppets, and more. If you ever have a chance to see it, I would highly recommend you go.
Little pissers. Just as I'm about to bolt across, a whole gag will come right out saying, "Nuh-uh, not today, mister." So we will stop. This is one of many New York City reservoirs in the watershed. This is one of the larger ones. This is just the south part of the Ashokan. Beyond that bridge, if you see the archways, is the north side, and in the distance is the Catskills. That's somewhere up there is where we're going. It's good. trail after getting some ice cream. Nice pit stop. Got about 17 miles to go. Taken. Today's ride, weekend ride update. I'm on the last 10 miles of the trip. I did cut out a little loop around the Ashokan Reservoir because I'm getting tired. Did stop for some delicious ice cream. And now I'm in Shandaken right now. So I will be biking up the mountain, making a turn off of the to Phoenicia. Gonna get more water. And then make my way up the overlooked mountain, or the Woodland Valley Campground mountain. So emotions update. At the beginning of the ride I was feeling great, and obviously after 40 something miles and climbing a lot with a fully loaded bike, I am now tired and I'm taking more and more stops. So I will continue the ride up to Phoenicia, take a stop, refuel, and then continue up the mountain. And hopefully I don't have to take any more stops. It's the last 10 miles. Let's go. We started down about here, maybe. We biked up the Wallkill, went over Stone Ridge, went up to the Ashokan, biked across the Ashokan to Ashokan, biked the rail trail to Boiseville, and now I'm right here, which is Shandaken. We will be passing Mount Tremper, going up to Phoenicia, making the turn, and then coming up the mountain here to this campsite. I would have gone here, I would be almost there by now, but unfortunately it was full. And yeah. Update. I've got about 0.7 miles to go. I'm extremely exhausted. My legs are tired, but I could do it. I'm gonna make it. But in the meantime, check out this nice little brook. So I've arrived at the Woodland Valley Campground shortly around 5:30. I've got the tent already set up. Got a mosquito incense stick. I'm already charging the devices. I'm listening to the creek, the birds, and just relaxing now. The ranger said that there are 2 bears, little bears, that go around looking for food, so I have to make sure that whatever food I have is thrown away. I have a lot of individually packaged stuff, so I will put that away from me in case they can smell it through the package, which I don't think so. And I'm right now drinking an Awestruck Honeycomb Cider. But they are kind of good, a little on the honey sweet side. They also make a summer sangria cider, which is actually pretty good. Tomorrow I'm going to go back to the first route that I had. I'm not going to go too much into Woodstock unless I feel good. And then I will head over to Kenco Trail Bar to see if I can check out the abandoned hard cider. Big fan of the ciders. So this is a Santa Fe black beans and rice. Black beans and rice with a zesty Southwest flavor, made with corn, carrots, red and green bell peppers. I've had this on a kayaking trip I went on a couple years ago, and I was very happy with this brand.
So we're going to check it out again. As a bit, it's a camping stove that's very portable. I saw it from Naomi Stock from the channel Human on the Loose. I think it's great. I think it's going to work perfectly to boil my water. 2 cups so I can make some Santa Fe rice and beans. Let's check on the water. Starting to almost there. That's pretty much it. I'm going to take it over now. Good, just not hot. Tomorrow I will make coffee with this and oatmeal. So, 2 cups of water. Stir it like it says. I will be able to enjoy this. I will retire tonight and watch a movie that I brought on my tablet, and we'll see how I feel in the morning. In the meantime, I'm going to wait for my Santa Fe black beans and rice. I also have ducal refried red beans to put on top. This is vegetarian, that is also vegetarian, and I'm going to put it on the tortilla. And then in the morning I will have oatmeal. I brought 3 of them just in case I got hungry, as well as some coffee. Alright, so it's done. The Santa Fe black beans and rice. I have already put the refried beans onto the tortilla. Let's see how it is. Not bad. Pretty good. It's hot, of course. Spicy. Whew. It says spicy, but I didn't think it would be that spicy. I'm not a fan of the spice. Unless it's in Dune, the movie, or the book.